In the next set of questions, we'll be looking at functions. For the following graph of f, determine a, f of negative 2, b, the domain of f, c, any x value for which f of x equals 1/2, and d, the range of f. Let's start with part A, where we're going to find f of negative 2. To find f of negative 2, we start at negative 2 on the x-axis, or the domain axis, and we move up to the graph, and then over to the y-axis, which would be where the function value would be located, and we find that we are at 1 on the y-axis. So we can say that f of negative 2 equals 1. For part B, we're asked to find the domain of f. The domain is going to be the graph's shadow or projection on the x-axis. And we can see that that would be between negative 3 and 4. So the domain of f we can write as the set of all x such that negative 3 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 4. For part C, we're asked to find any x value for which f of x equals 1/2. Now this time we're given the function value of 1/2. So we start at 1/2 on the y-axis, and we move to the graph. We move horizontally over to the graph, and then down to the x-axis, and we'd see that we're at 3 on the x-axis. This tells us that the function value, f of x, is 1/2 when x is 3. Finally, we're asked to find the range of the function. The range would be the graph's shadow or projection on the y-axis. And we can see that this shadow would go from negative 1 up to 2. And so we can write that the range of the function is the set of all y such that negative 1 is less than or equal to y, and y is less than or equal to 2.